Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Vallen, and this is SevTech Ages. As usual, I have made a little bit of progress in between episodes here. Not too much. I mean, I've been keeping up with my nutrition, as you can see. I left the cart and such over here. Nothing really too particular, just a little pruning of some of the bushes because I kept on, I don't know, running over them and knocking out some of the area that I had previously planted. But I did expand in the base. I kind of cleaned up this area here. There was that little tunnel that went back with all the animals in it. I now have a spot for my horse, which I'm hoping to perhaps get a second one soon in case one of them dies. I can, you know, breed them and then have some backups. But I also expanded out the back end here a little bit further so that for the next chapter and stuff that I plan on getting forward with. Plus, I kind of moved the chickens over here. I've got some wheat. Got my beefalos, my sheeps, and my moo cows sitting around over here. So I've of course got several effects going on these different totem poles. But I expanded out the waterfall cover a little bit, so it's a little bit more actual base underneath the waterfall as originally intended. I kind of like it. It's a little bit more homey. I left the wolf heads up there for now. And I'm thinking we need to try and get into Age 1 at this point. I'm stuck in Age 0, and I feel I've expanded a little bit so I can actually start doing so, perhaps even upgrade chests. I hear that there's potential for some really good improvements going forward, but let's give that a go, shall we? So first, we need to actually get into a little bit of some tinker stuff. And if I look up tinkers, you can see that there is, of course, two different styles. There's the seared style, and there's the porcelain style. I'm going to be different. Everybody always goes for porcelain because I think you need like half as much materials. I'm going to go for this one here, if only because, well, if I look at this porcelain melter, yes, the center ingredients are the same for both porcelain melter and the regular seared melter. But the porcelain bricks are what's different. Unfired porcelain, and then you need to use a millstone, bone meal, clay, and flint. Now if I go over to the seared one, you get seared bricks, and they're the actual bricks, not like just a regular seared brick. See, there's an S on the end. That's the difference. But there's 4 of these to make one of those. And the recipe for that is grout smelted up. We'll get you that. And in order to make grout, you need sand, clay, and gravel. Well, as far as the ingredients go for porcelain, bones aren't as populous for me, personally. There may be for other people's playthroughs. I did get a whole lot of, where is it, the bone blocks, but I want to save those. I've been using the stuff, but I have been using my fishing stuff. If you remember, I've got all these strainers. I just recently replaced several of the fine strainers. But I've been obtaining many goods in here. As you can see, I've got tons of clay, getting some regular smooth stone, some regular wood in the I guess not fine one. And then, of course, I'm getting tons of sand and gravel and dirt in the others. I, yes, have occasionally dropped in a few other items by accident. Let's put another worm in this one here. But I've got lots of resources in here. And I figured, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of those. This is the whole point of why I did it. So that's what I'm going to go for. And yes, you can see the farms are doing well. I've actually not always been harvesting them, though I do have plenty of materials at this point. So I'm going to start with trying to make, I believe, what was it, the melter? Or no, it was the heater needs to be made first, which is going to be some clay barrel extensions, which is actually like another tube you can put on top of the clay barrel to allow it to hold more liquid, I guess. A stone grill, which I've already got 3, so I'm just going to grab one of those. And some seared bricks, which you already saw the recipe for that. But the clay stone barrel extensions can be placed above barrels to extend the capacity. Yeah, adds 4 buckets. Woo! Woo! 4 buckets worth. No, seriously, I need to make an unfired one first, and then pop it in the kiln. And it's just going to be a bunch of clay. So I will be crafting those up, and I will be back shortly, my friends. Alright, there we go. I now have my clay barrel extensions. And next, of course, is going to be this, which I should be able to get 48 out of this, which I think is enough to make enough for both the melter and the seared heater. I could be mistaken on that. Either way, it's going to be a very long process, and I'm just going to kind of sit here with some food. I made some steak and potatoes for this. I also have some baked carrots, and I've got a ton of food. So it's just a matter of just staying here and clicking this and hoping to pick things up that pops out. Which hopefully I'll be able to manage that all right. I mean, it's not too bad. It's just kind of a time sink. So I'll be back once I've done this. My nutrition levels might be a little bit messed up. I might take the time to switch things out. I need to grind up some bread. I might toss some up with my llamas up top and have them get that sorted. There we go. I've got 48 grout. Something I had overlooked was I actually had not started cooking this stuff. Yeah, which is kind of sad. So I guess I'm going to have to smelt it up. Well, I could use my remaining grills and clay kilns at the same time. So I'll smelt these up real quick, and I'll be right back. I figure while that's smelting up, I would start working on some of the other ingredients, because I do need to make a flame-grilled Whopper Hopper, which I believe I still have that stored here. So I'm just going to use that one instead, because I'm hoping that by progressing this way into the next age, as it is, which actually I don't even have that yet, maybe some of these things will be easier to make, because right now I'm still using fire. It's taken a while. So I'm just going to make the that primal chest real quick while the rest of these bricks are kind of smelting up, so that I can get all the ingredients set and make both of those things rather quickly. And there we go. That should be all the bricks I believe I need. I just need to separate them out into, what is it, 4 stacks, and then start putting each one into a different one here. So we just kind of do this, and then we craft. Oh, actually, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I can just craft this up in my own inventory. Okay, there we go. Seared bricks. Pow. 12. Hopefully that should be enough. I think it is. I think both of the items require, what is it, 3 down either side. So I might as well just do that straight away. And then I'm going to need, what was it, Tinker's. Okay, the seared hell. Alright, so 2 clay barrels and a stone grill, which actually I'm just going to use one of these stone grills. Smash it with my rock. And there's the first part. Ace of Melter Base. Alright, so let's put this here. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to need space on one side or the other for now. And then I can work on the other part, the melter, which should get us to the next age, which is going to also use another one of these stone grills. There we go. Get that. Put that in place, and then I can smash this into the next age. Oh, there we go. Welcome to age 1. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, let's get down and melty. All right, so I can put this on top. Now you can put it. You can try and put it on either side or anything like that. It's not really going to work as much. This is the heater. Heat goes up. That's the idea. If it's working, it's got the little flames in the center, but it does need a material. Put the rock back, and I'm now in a new chapter. Welcome to age 1. Oh, this is good. Welcome to the next age. Blocks previously hidden will now become visible, such as ore samples and others. So I didn't actually find anything that was really close by, but I'm not really that bothered about it, because I'm probably going to take my horse and some totem stacks and stuff like that before I go out searching for that. So I will show that to you, just not quite yet. For now, I think it's important that I upgrade. This old crafting table, while nice, and I think I'll keep the Mark II, but I think that the Mark I is going to need to go. It's had its day, and it's done. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this. And recipes have changed as well. Some of the recipes are now just plain up available, which is absolutely fantastic. Oh, that's so good. And I might put this extra rock here as a reminder. Oh, that's good. I just put some extra smooth stone stuff on the wall there, but oh, now it's great. Oh, look at this. I could like shift click recipes from here now. So let's look at the first advancements we have here. Chests. Oh, upgrade your chests. Oh, I think vanilla chests are actually, oh, what is it? Wood to copper. We could actually use regular iron chests in here. Oh my goodness. Which would mean a single chest could be upgraded with an extra row or two. Oh, there's also the dirt chest. 9,000, that's well worthwhile. So I'm kind of thinking, I look up, are there crates as well? There are crates. Oh, sneak click to pick up. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and something I did not do before. For the longest time, I should have been doing this. And that there's a backpack. Yeah. My bad. And the recipe is always on the last page for some reason, but it's just leather cordage and a chest, an immersive craft chest, no less. So I might make myself up one of those. Oh my gosh, it's just so simple now with the... Oh! It's so good! Alright, so some kind of plank, stick, and some leather. Actually, I might be able to... Yep, plank upgrade done. We'll make another one of those. Add that together. There we go. And then I can add that with the stone upgrade, tier 2. Now I open it up. Oh, and I get a double vanilla chest worth of storage. Oh, that's fantastic. That is really fantastic. I can put that in. Oh, I can put so much stuff in here. Put that in there. My backup food that I've got. Oh man, I could even put my atlas in there. Get that out of my the corner there. Oh, it's so good. So good. Now I just need to not accidentally throw that in a fire, and I'll be all right. So there are some really interesting things that I can feasibly pursue here. Yes, I now can make a hoe. I can continue on making all sorts of interesting things, but I think this chapter really involves you a lot more with copper and bronze and tin, getting you to ores and basically upgrading a bunch of stuff. These chests are, well, for lack of a better term, crap. And therefore I want to upgrade those. And I was looking, there are like some crates, which you can just like shift click to pick up, and they're really nice. They connect to work table slabs, which is really neat how these things work. But I'm thinking long term here, and therefore I'm also thinking that I'm going to want something like a wood to copper chest upgrade. And then in the future, I can increase that even further and further and further as more ores unlock. So that's the route I'm going to go with. Yeah, look at that. That's quite a bit. The upgrade chest. Yeah, so I'm thinking that's going to be my main way of increasing my storage. And in order to do that, I'm going to need to be able to find a bunch of ores. So I'm going to try and pursue that track by going with the prospecting here. So let's see. A weak dowsing rod. This tool may only be used for ore in age 1 and below. That is fine with me. Just some wood, some sticks. I don't think that it's anything spectacular. Oh, and if you see ice cubes on your character, like I have here, that means that you have some kind of slowness effect going on. I do have a slowness effect at the moment because some of these are giving me, I think, slowness and resistance. So, yeah, that once I move far enough away, the ice cubes, yep, there we go. They wear off because they don't have slowness. And if you are picking up an animal, you're going to get the ice cubes because you get slowness while you're picking something up, or a chest or something. I can't pick up primal chests, sadly, with the pickup mod. But yeah, that's the thing. So let's use the new crafting table. I keep thinking I'm going to need to bash a rock or something. Oh my gosh, that is great. So, oh, and I got a field manual. Geolysis field manual. Oh, oh my goodness gracious. Introduction, getting started, samples, clusters, stone variants, coal, hematite, gold, lapis, cinnabar, kimberlite. I don't think I have access to most of these, but I like redstone. Do I have redstone? No, there's no redstone. All right, so how about coal? I do have coal. Okay, so that's good. I could probably look up just ore. And maybe if I look up ingot, that'll be a bit more revealing. I have access to, oh, that's abyssal. Bricks. A bone ingot? Are you kidding me? Copper, tin, bronze, and seared bricks. Okay. Wait, bone ingot in a cauldron. That is crazy. There's no use for it at this point. All right. Well, just the same though, I can look for those, and there may be some other samples. Here we go. Cassiterite, malachite. I'm going to say T-light. I know it's not T-light, but I'm going to say T-light. Azurite, and a coal sample. All right, so I think I might get a snooze, get myself prepared for the trek, and then go out with my map, which I'm probably going to want to pull that back out, and see if I could find some new samples, and then maybe we'll mine down. I've got some ideas for this. I'll be back soon. I realize now that in order to find some of these things, I might find the samples, but I have no way of gauging the depth, and each one is somewhere for like Y level 40 or below, more or less. So I need a plumb bob. So I am going to need to make one of these little guys here. There's going to be some bolts of string and some kind of rock or stone in this case. Bolt of string, okay, spindle, sticks. Oh crud, sticks. All right, so let's make this plumb line, I guess. A spindle first. I'll need 2 of these, so I might as well do that. 1, 2. And then plumb line. Got it and got that. There we go. And I somehow have 2 leftover spindles. Oh, I guess that was just to wind it up with? Huh. I could probably use these for something else. A bolt of vine, a bolt of leather. I'm sure that's going to come in handy later on. Well, I'll keep it for now. Plumbing the depths unlocked. And I almost forgot, I'm going to want to take along a bunch of oak wood. And yes, I have in my backpack my carving knife so that I can make myself some cow totems and get a really good haste effect if I am able to locate any of these ores. Aha! Our first sign of stuff. I have to say being on horseback has actually been really beneficial. 1, I don't use up food. 2, I have a higher viewpoint, so I can look down through like the tall grass and stuff a little bit easier. And 3, it's actually just really fast. Of course, he does tend to wander though, but let's an azurite sample, and therefore I can grab that. This is actually a piece of copper. So now I knew I do. Oh, and by the way, yeah, I do have. I don't know if it's Wayla or the one probe. I think it's Wayla at the top of my screen now, telling me what I'm looking at. So if I hit F9 a couple times, you can see chunk boundaries, and it looks like it's in this chunk here. So I'm going to stand somewhat in the middle, open up my map, and put a marker right where I'm at here for azurite, which I might rename once I figure out what it is. I think it's copper, if I'm not mistaken. I have my handy dandy book here, so I can look things up. And look in here. It should say at some point azurite. And it'll tell you the level that you need to find these things at as well. Malachite, azurite. Larger but deeper sources of copper. It generates between Y12 and Y44. Excellent. All right, so we found copper, which is great because that's really what I wanted, because that's going to help me with my storage as well as, well, just about everything else. So let me get set up and I'll be right back. Oh, and something else of note is that these actually count as little bits that you can use to smelt up into copper. So it's something that you're definitely going to want to try and gather a bunch of. Nothing. I mean, it doesn't actually require any tools to grab these either. So now I've got that. I don't have any way of actually knowing that they are here. So I am going to leave 1 or 2. Actually, there's several in this corner. So I'm just going to leave some up here. That should help me out. And let's see. If I use my weak dowsing rod, nothing of interest up to 48. And that's fine. I wasn't expecting anything because it's going to be really deep. Let's see where we're at for plumb line. We are at Y70. So we've got a ways to go to get down. Now, just to be sure, I could go to like several areas down here. Found azurite. Aha! So there's some over in this corner. Let's go down over here. Nothing over in this corner. So I think it's pretty much just going to be that one corner that it's probably highest at. It might actually be like a huge area. It might not be. But either way, this looks good. Azurite, 9. All right, cool. So I'm going to start digging down. And this is my plan here, is that as I mine things up, I'm going to be coming back up and using my work blade to make kind of a stairway. So as with vanilla logic, I'm going to make a 2 deep area here and hope that mobs don't come in on top of me. That would be terrible. Oh, and look at that. I've already found something going on down here. It looks like I've found an area. Let's grab some torches. Put this over here. That way I don't fall too badly. Oh, what is... Oh, I can see it down there. So it's in the middle of a chasm. Oh, and I found some corallite, or corallium. That's going to be useful as well. So, all right. This is going to be good already. I just need to make sure that I can get down there in one piece. This is what I was looking for. I need some stone. So actually, let me grab this one. It's just going to be a lot easier to work with. I don't think I'm going to need that prospector at the moment. So let's dig down some of this. And I keep running into mud, which is kind of regrettable because I really just need the stone. Oh, and this, I don't know if I can actually use a work blade on some of this. Maybe there is a flaw in my plan. And that stuff's very slow to mine. All right, well, I'll let you know when I hit bottom. And here we go. I've actually hit the bottom. So I'm going to mine out so I could feasibly see the edge of the vein over here. And at the same time, I want to be able to, I don't know, take out this zombie that I was expecting to head my way. Yep, not a surprise. There we go. He's done for. Now, let's put up some light sources, perhaps some kind of barrier, I guess. I don't want any more mobs. They might fall down on me at this point. Let me close this out. There we go. Oh, heck. Oh, that's just the grass up there. I put a torch up on one of the shelves as well. So I might put some little barriers across here just to prevent mobs from getting through too easily. There we go. One on one side. And, oh, that's clay. Actually, I might go the other side of this. Do a little bit of this here. Just so that they can't get over. Cool. All right. And then I might start just mining a whole bunch of this azurite out, as well as maybe some of this corallium ore. Can I mine this stuff? It looks like I can. Excellent. So I need to find kind of a central location. I might actually... the reason I'm saying this is because if I find the edges, then I can kind of centralize where I put a totem pole down for my haste effect. And kind of maximize that so I don't need to keep digging it up or anything of that nature. So as you can see, this is very slow to mine. This is somewhere around the middle. It's actually pretty close. And I might actually move it over one so I can get a little bit of this corallium as well. Nah, it's better here. So I'm actually going to mine down a little bit further. And then mine my way back up one. So then I can grab some wood. And drop this down. Oop. And I need to get my knife. There we go. Knife. It's set to buffalo for some reason. Let's do the usual. Totem base. And then I put down one. That's not as intended. I gotta make sure that I actually click in the proper way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can just do the haste effect, which should be cow, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, that was not high enough. There we go. Should be showing up any second. Whoops, it's not cow. Okay, so I made a mistake. 2 logs wasted, but that's all right. So it's not cow. I think it is actually buffalo. My bad. All right, buffalo. So let's see. That one, haste. Yep. So then I can get a really good haste effect in this entire area and mine the heck out of this stuff. So I might actually grab some of my repair material for this as well. Put it up here. There we go. Repaired. And now I can mine the heck out of this area. I'll be back when I've got myself a decent supply of copper. And here you go. I pretty much have mined out this entire area. Yes, I went absolutely nuts. I did make some more little stairways so I could get around. There's some other little caverns going on behind here. But yeah, taking into account how much was here, And the fact that one good placement of this, giving me haste 3 with, in the end it ended up being a stone pickaxe, gave me quite a lot of copper clusters, considering each one of these is going to be 1 copper each. And I got almost 2 stacks of Corallium gems, which I think are going to be useful for something else later on. I think that might be something that's coming up in progression, if anything, because I mean, looking on here, I don't see anything, but I did kind of just like beeline for some of this other stuff. I just wanted the copper so I could get my storage sorted out, and then I could backtrack along some of the other achievements. So now I'm just going to head upstairs and out, and then I'm going to head back to my base. Where is that? Uh-oh. Looks like there's going to be a problem. Some of the mobs have evolved. There are witches, and I've got a pony. I'm just going to make a break for it, see if I can actually get over here and go and head out of here. I don't even want any part of your potions, your poison potions, whatever. I'm just gone. Bye. Here we are. Made it home safe and sound, thankfully. A little bit worried there for a moment, but it's not too bad now that I'm back. Huh. So I am returned, and I decided I would kind of clean up things. I've got a stone grill and a clay kiln, both being fed into a standard vanilla chest. That's right, I made one, and I didn't record it. Oh no. Oh well. But you can see I've got more seared bricks, and the reason I need more seared bricks is because I think I'm going to need to make a little something extra here. If I look at Tinker's, in order to get this thing to work properly, I'm going to need a casting basin as well as a faucet, which is 3, and the casting basin is another 7, so that's at least 10. I figured I'd just make another 16 just so that I would have that, but I can now just use my regular crafting table, and oh my gosh, this area is going to be like so much more streamlined, I think, at this point. But let's craft up this simple item here. Oh, that was well placed. There we go, faucet. And then I can put these over on the side. For now, I don't really have... Oh, come here, you. I don't really have a way of automating this, at least to my knowledge. There is a button that I could press, but that's about it. But it's no better than just like right-clicking the faucet, and I can put stuff in here for now. And I'm thinking I need storage being fed into this thing. So I'm going to make a chest with a hopper to go into here, and it's probably just going to be a standard one here. I don't think that I need anything really fancy. And in fact, the good news is that in the process of making the flame grilled whoppers that I made over there, the wooden hopper is easier to make now. It's actually 1 rock cheaper than making it with an immersive chest. So I can just grab a bunch of wood if I had any down here, which actually I think it's time I go feed my llamas a little bit of some wood. There we go, that's much better. I'll go put a stack on the llama spindle, and I will be back shortly with this update. What I wanted out of that was the primal chest, so I can put this up here, use it as kind of an input that I can actually click on, and I can deposit a good chunk of this copper for now. Now, that's not all of it. I do have a tiny bit left, but I imagine that I'm going to be working through it eventually. As you can see, it is currently making plenty of stuff, and it should just constantly be feeding in there. It's just a matter of, it's going to be a very slow process because it's only going to have 3 ingots coming out at a time. Which isn't that bad, I suppose. But for now, it'll have to do. I could feasibly get another one of these hooked up. Maybe that's what I'll do, actually. I might have a second one going, and then I could smelt things a little bit quicker. That's not a bad plan. Okay, so I may have gone a little bit overboard here. As you can see, I'm slowly changing over my storage, but it's pretty much just... It gets packed full of junk. I'm going to have to sort through it. But I've got a monster that I've made here. Basically, I kind of sat here for a while and I just kept eating food. I ate a lot of berries and stuff. I was able to keep this relatively balanced. Not too bad. I also found out that beef jerky from Tinker's is highly saturating, so it's really good for when you've got to do things like the millstone here, as well as some of this, your beefalo stuff, which actually, here you go, cooked buffalo meat. Just for like getting a really high saturation value. I mean, yes, it also increased your protein tremendously, but I figure, you know what, if I need to do cranks on here again, which I pretty much did a crap ton of stuff on there, that's one way of doing it. Keeping the saturation level really high so that you don't have to constantly keep varying your foods as much and eat like a ton of berries. But at the very least, I was able to take some of my other primal chests, move them over here as just inputs, create this little, I don't know, input that I've got here. Actually, I'll take these and I'll place these over here by this as well so that I've got some high saturation foods. And then I got carried away with this. This was the idea, was that I could make an entire ingot all at once, maybe? I don't know. Because right now it's just a matter of, I've got 3 of these going. And yeah, you can see that that one there is just pouring like nobody's business. But I guess it seems to be working. This one's actually looking pretty full. Oh, wow. Yeah, it is. So I have to pull this out. Well, actually, maybe this is just sitting here for too long. I was hoping that, come on. Why are you not taking? It doesn't seem to want to take. There we go. Oh, so it's only going to take one at a time. And I did make some of this casting channel, which actually did get me the follow my channel place, which, yes, please subscribe if you think about it. But yeah, this should be able to allow me to kind of use all these. I was hoping that it would allow me to use all of them at once, but I guess it does need to, it does have the logic with trying to flow in one direction over another, and therefore I can't have all 3 of these flowing into the same one. I could if I had staggered them all above the same column, I suppose. But yeah, anyway, at the very least, I currently have this going, and it's an interesting thing. If I put 3 of them in together, though, I can then just kind of click through these so that I can have an entire block made in the time that it takes for 1 of these to melt 3, because then all 3 of them would be working at the same time. So it kind of like cut my smelting time down by 1/3. Provided that I'm actually paying attention and pouring these things out. I still don't have any kind of redstone options at hand. Like I said, I have a button, but that's not really going to help me any, especially since I've got to kind of direct these at the moment. You can see it's still not quite lining up the way I was hoping, but oh well. It's worth a try, and it did minimize my need of casting basins at the very least. I mean, sure, I needed the extra materials for these, but oh well. And in fact, I ended up making an extra casting basin and having a few extra bits and pieces left over when I was done. I wasn't really counting at that point. I was just trying to make a whole crap ton of stuff. Yeah. But as you can see, I'm getting a lot of blocks of copper, and I think I might actually already have some over here. Yeah, I've already got several blocks going as it is. So this is going quite well. That's almost done. I really like having the ability to see what stuff is again. Oh, Wayla, I missed you. But I think the next part is going to be Anvil Levine, or Avril Lavigne, as it may be. But I think I'm going to need to make that plate. Actually, I don't remember what it's called here. Smash some ingots with a mallet on the stone anvil. So if I look up an anvil, there is no metal one as of yet, but I need to make a stone one and a stone mallet. Now the stone anvil is just smooth stone, more or less, you know, some slabs. And the stone mallet is basically kind of like the club that you start with in the game, or that you can start with. If I have any sticks in here. Actually, I don't think I have any sticks. Yes, I do. I've got sticks. At least I've got enough sticks for this. There we go. I just went out to my little strainers out there. So now a stone anvil, which actually... might I have? No, I don't. Of course I don't. I need to make myself some slabs, and then I could probably make this. Well, at least it uses them all up, and I don't have any left over. Now, this is going to be my new, I don't know, smashy smash, just like this was before. Which actually, this is kind of useful still. If I put anything here, it says that the millstone is blocked, so I really don't want to put anything there. I guess I will keep it over here for now, since it is going to be by the copper supplies, and I will need to put this down, and then I can take... Why do I have 2 stone mallets? Did I make 2, or did I don't know. Anyway, it's just a stone on a stick, so let's just smash it up, and I get 9 copper ingots, which is absolutely fabulous. I do have to say. So let's see if I can do this same as before. No, I can't. Okay, so I have to put it down, standard, and then smash it. All right, well, I was hoping that I could, you know, offhand it and use it like I did with the, there we go, grab that, with the other one, but I guess not, which is fine. This means I can still get a whole lot of copper. Now, of course, I'm going to want to take this further than just copper ingots, which they are useful. Don't get me wrong, I can make like an engineering hammer and stuff like that. But I'm going to want to upgrade my chests, was the entire point of this. So if I look at chests, wood copper chest requires copper plates. Even the copper chest itself requires copper plates. So I'm going to then need to take these, put them down, and smash those, which is going to take quite a bit of time. So, especially since I can't offhand this, or can I? No, I can't, because it thinks. I guess I could do that. That's not too bad. Alright, I'll be back once I've done a bunch of this. Alright, so with that, I now have 24 plates, which I should be able to make this, provided that I can get myself a little bit of logs. There we go. Should be good. Now I can make, oops, there it is, the upgrade. 1. Actually, I want to make more than that, so let's shift click those. 2. Oh, they're individual. That's right. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. At the very least, I have a lot more storage now, which this is 3, this gives me 5. Oh, so that gave me 2 extra rows. That's fabulous. Alright, so I'm gonna probably work on resetting this, continuing to smelt up my copper, and I think I'm going to call it there for today. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of automation today. I know that the place is a little bit of a mess. I will continue to clean it up as I progress through with some of this copper. I'm probably going to be smelting up a whole bunch of stuff so I can make some new items, and we'll get into it next time. So if you enjoyed, please be sure to give a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, be sure to spread the mischief to others if you think that they'll enjoy this content too. And until next time, folks, I'll see ya.